Hey, Josh, first in chat. Let me just play this thing.
Can you please look up this thing?
See if we can figure out something.
I am so unprepared for this live. I was actually busy painting a picture, and you'll probably actually be able to see. I was busy painting a picture, and I was like, I didn't even realize the time had flown so quickly. So I'm probably going to go and should we see? This is what I'm going to do. Because we are going to do verdict watch on this judge. Well, because we're going to watch the verdict, like the verdict's actually already in. While people join and while I get my life together, I'm going to put today's stream on, which just ended. Oh, he's had so many today. Don't know if he was having issues on his stream. Hey, Steve. You know, this judge literally, yeah, that's the one. He replies to the comments on his channel himself. Like, what a legend. Okay. There is actually audio. I'm going to put that there for now.
Judge, can I give you this? This is Gabriel's first violation.
It's not his first file.
No, I'm saying one from February.
Something. Oh no, it said my mic was unplugged, but I was literally just shaking the thing around. How's the audio now? Awful? Yeah. Testing. He did on some, not on others. Also, I'm gonna have to, Steve, you might have missed me saying, but I was unprepared for this. I was painting. So I'm gonna play and then I'm gonna, thank you, I fixed it. Something was buzzing. What I said when it cut me off was something was buzzing on my USB hub thing. And so I pulled the cable out, and as I pulled it out, the mic thing must have just moved a little. So I'm gonna put this on, not the verdict yet. Just to give people a little chance to join. But yeah, he has his comments on some and not on others. I haven't checked this one yet.
Right. This is the one, the new one.
Okay.
That they put into the front of it.
Got it. Okay, thanks.
First, I didn't understand. Being around here for 13 years, you learn how to be patient. Like I'll see faith in you.
I guess we'll just keep going. I can't get the camera to work, but no.
See, he does it himself.
Hey, can you help me out? I can't get the camera to work.
He replied in his
So,
comments that he forgot to
It
fix
only
the switch.
streams the cord. It doesn't stream over here, so you can't see me. As far as what I'm telling, as far as what I can see. You know, usually I'm able to see here. So here it'll have
You're,
Right.
that's interesting, 'cause this is YouTube, this is a total.
Right.
Yes. We take it down yesterday. Oh, please tell me he didn't. I didn't get to save it.
You know, have you not worked with this before?
I have not.
Do you want to sit this banner around?
I can see he's
No,
doing
no,
Landlord
no.
Tenant. Very tempted to jump over because that's my favorite of Judge Simpson's.
I thought it was the actual camera.
No.
But it's the YouTube.
It's the
He has
the
taken them all
stream,
down
yeah,
again.
the stream. Let me ask there. Stream settings. So does it usually show your
Yeah,
split
it'll show
like-
like a kind of a split.
interesting?
Yeah.
They're gone.
It's-
So then should we watch Landlord Tenant actually until people join? Because that's on now. Yeah, let's do that because he might take it down. Oh, share this tab instead.
Kyra Warren? Yes. Just, that came in this morning. Did you receive the bankruptcy stay on this?
So,
Or
yes, Ms. Warren contacted our office yesterday. I actually submitted that to the court. I verified that she filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy, it looks like on June 4th.
All right, then what I'm required to do is then administratively close the case till such time as it's reopened.
Thank you.
And I've signed that order.
Thank you.
Court calls the case Hamilton Crossing 1 versus Crystal Stanley.
Carissa Gazari appearing for plaintiff.
Crystal Stanley, she is not checked in. Would you like to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to proceed with the
How's my audio now? And can you hear me? I hope so, because otherwise I'm gonna have to like remove myself from the stage, unplug things, replug them. Can hear it's good, okay.
default judgment.
All right. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, the rent to retain possession is $892, court costs of $176 for a total redemption of $1,068. Plaintiff is requesting entry of a default judgment for possession with a writ to issue after 10 days if the total amount remains unpaid.
Judgment to plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ issue in 10 days. New Park Ridge Apartments versus Erica Brandon.
Carissa Gazari appearing for plaintiff.
Hi.
Brandon?
Hi.
Hello. Okay, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, this is the action for non-payment of rent. The outstanding rent is $1,130. That's the outstanding balance, which includes $176 in court costs.
Ma'am,
Yes.
how are you intending to get this paid?
I'm getting help. I was waiting for my court papers to come in, so I'll get help from my caseworkers. I talked to the landlord. She told me that to tell you guys I was going to try to pay it all by the 25th of this month.
Okay, so you think you worked something out with the landlord to pay it all by the 25th?
Yes, I talked to someone in the office and she told me to let the courts know. She said if I miss any payments, then they're going to proceed with my eviction.
Say that again?
She told me to tell you guys I was going to pay it all by the 25th, and if I miss any payments, that they're going to proceed with the eviction or something like that. She said, but I was going to pay it all by the 25th of this month.
Okay, how are you intending on paying that? How's that? I mean, did you work out a payment plan with them or what are you?
No, I was just trying to get help from my caseworker. They just were waiting for my court documents, but I also was just going to pay it off, so I don't have to go proceed with court.
Ms. Kazari, you know anything about that arrangement?
No, but it sounds like that date would be fine.
That date, the 25th?
Yes.
So So what I would do, ma'am, unless you want me to adjourn this out a week, what I would do is I would just enter a judgment finding no tribal issue for that amount and give you to the 25th to get it paid.
Okay, thank you. Do
Will,
that.
will that work for you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Court
And how
finds
much
that
is it
there's no.
again?
Pardon?
And what's the balance again?
$1,130.
Okay,
Okay, you think you're gonna be able to do that?
yes.
Okay,
Your
I'll
Honor,
find by no trial. Oh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Ms. Sarah.
since this is the first hearing, are we doing it by consent and then finding that she's waiving her rights?
That's probably true. All right. Ma'am, you're consenting to this judgment then?
Yeah, I'm going to pay it. I'm going to pay $1,000, the 1,000, and yeah, I'm going to pay it off. By the
Okay,
25th.
all right, so we'll extend the time. So judgment for possession by consent for that amount. All right. And ma'am, I do have to advise you that you're unrepresented by counsel. This is a consent judgment.
Okay,
You would
that's
have
fine.
you have 3 business days to think about this. If you believe that there's some legal reason, some confusion or misunderstanding on your part, or some right you didn't assert, you'd have to file a motion with the court within that time frame. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any questions you have regarding that?
No, sir. I'm just going,
All
I'm going
right.
to pay the balance.
And do-
Okay, and go ahead.
Sorry,
Mr.
Your
Zinn.
Honor, Ms. Brandon, do I have permission to sign your name to the consent judgment so I can submit it electronically for entry?
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
All right, very good, ma'am. Take
Thank
care.
you. You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Next week would be the 21st. Got it. Peninsular Place versus Taylor Hawkins.
Carissa Gazari appearing for plaintiff.
You said they're here.
I'm here.
Taylor Hawkins?
I'm here.
Okay, there you are. Okay. And what's plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, the outstanding balance is $1,895.52, which includes $230 in court costs.
All right, Ms. Hawkins,
Yes.
how are you intending on trying to get that paid?
So I just got a new job recently. My last job that I just got, they kind of fired us for overhire. So I have a new job, but it'll probably within like the next 2 to 3 weeks, and I'm getting help with my mother too.
Say that last part.
I'm getting help with my mom too. She's helping me as well too with it.
All right. Have you applied for any type of assistance at all, or?
Yes, I do use assistance from the state, from like the SER for state emergency relief, but that's about it.
Okay, you're a bit close to your microphone, so you're a bit muffled on this end. You said you applied for an SER?
Yes.
When did you do that?
I've done that monthly, like every year for one, like as far as like other bills, as far as DTE and stuff like that. But I'm not sure if I could do one for rent. If that's possible, I can do that as well.
All right. If you're gonna do that, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjourn it out a week. You have to get a form into us. If you're applying for SER, it has to have your tracking number on it once you
Okay.
apply for state emergency relief. You understand that?
I still have the link open from yesterday's Judge Simpson, but I can't grab it because he's taken it down. The last one I grabbed was the 12th, criminal docket on the 12th. So I literally just missed that one. Wait, I got Landlord Tenant on the 31st. Was it that we watched? Maybe.
Matt,
Yeah. So who do I talk to once I do that?
who do you talk to?
Like, do I
You need to
inform my
make sure that you need to make sure that the form is filed with the court.
Okay.
And you
Okay,
need to
thank
do
you.
that. You need to do that by Wednesday of this upcoming week.
Okay, thank you. I think someone just sent it in the chat for me.
Oh, okay. That would be my staff. Yes, they did send it to you. Okay.
Okay. Okay, thank
So
you.
what I will do is I'll adjourn this out to next week, the 21st.
Okay.
All right. So June 21st, 2024 at 12 p.m.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hunt. S&C Holdings LLC versus Mark Kish.
Yes, Your Honor. Ready, Your
All
Honor.
right. There you are. Oh, was that it for Ms. Kazari?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead, counsel. State your
Hi,
appearance.
Judge. Good morning. Tracy Thomas appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
All right, Mr. Fish, how much, what's the plaintiff's claim in this case? How much is that?
Rent in the amount of $1,990 and $99 court costs. 2089 total.
2089. Got it. All right, Mr. Kish, what do you have to say about that, and how do you intend on getting that paid?
The reason I got behind it was due to health issues. My fiance has been in the hospital for about 6 times in the last 2 months. And I had problem getting payment from a client. I'm a contractor. But I think I've resolved the payment issue. So I think from what I understand, I should be getting a check here very soon. I also took on a second part-time job that I started last week. So I'll get my first paycheck today. I don't know that I can have the whole, I definitely can't have the whole amount today unless the check comes in from the client.
All right. Well, do you have something that you can, I'll adjourn it out a week. Do you have something that you can pay between now and next week?
Yes, I'll get a paycheck from my other job today at 5 o'clock.
Okay, and how much can you pay on this?
I know for sure I could pay 500. I know that's
okay. All right, we'll start there. 500, you can pay that, I'll say by Wednesday of next week?
Yes.
Okay, so pay that by the 19th. Okay, I'll adjourn this out. If you want legal assistance or you want seeking any type of financial assistance, you need to do it during this week adjournment, okay?
Okay, I did notice in the paperwork that I got that they do have assistance for rental assistance. It's here in the brochure that I got. So I'm going to look into that. I'll look into that before then too.
Okay, very good. Okay, and if you do apply for assistance, you need to file the form with the court. So, and you have to do that by Wednesday of next week.
Okay. And just send it into the court. Is there a certain particular thing I have to put on it, or where does it go?
Yeah, you have to fill out all the information that's necessary on the form. I don't have it in front of me, but that and just the information that the form requests. Okay,
and just send it to 14A district court.
Yes. Yeah. I think. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So
thank you, Judge.
I'm sorry.
Nothing. I said thank you, Judge.
Not a problem. June 21st, 2024 at 2 p.m. Okay. Make sure you get that 500 into the landlord.
Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
For Mr. Kish's benefit, your clerk has, in the chat portion, has indicated that there's the form and the place to send the email to. So he's obviously doing it on a mobile device. So I don't know if he's able to see the chat, but I suspect he's able, if he'd be able to find it, there's information.
Yes, you should be able to see it in the chat. If you can't find the chat, sir, you are on a phone, I can tell. So what you would need to do is just swipe over until you see a QR code. You can use that QR code and that pull up the form also.
Okay, Your Honor. Yeah, I am on a mobile phone. Oh, and just for the record, I'm a passenger. I'm not driving.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I picked up your seatbelt. I got it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. LVP BH Valley Ranch versus Elizabeth Van Wassenova.
Good morning, Your Honor. Rachel Dornbush, Palace Law, on behalf of the plaintiff.
This is a second. Oh, no, you can come right up to the podium. You're okay. What's your name?
Elizabeth Van Wassenova.
All right. And where are we on this case? Are we still at the 49, almost 5,000?
We are not, Your Honor. Defendant did make a $3,100 payment, which is what she indicated she was planning to make at the last court date. And the total due at present with court costs is $1,836.78. And I believe Ms. Van Wassenova, if I just pronounced that correctly, plans to pay that on the 21st. At least that was the plan as of our last conversation.
Is that correct, ma'am?
That is correct.
And what, about what time would you pay it on the 21st?
By 5 p.m. Really, it'll probably be like noon.
About noon.
What
time is their cases on the 20th? At noon? Can you get it paid before noon?
Yeah, I could do like 11 a.m. They open at 10 a.m. So as long as they're in the office, I can get to my.
That's fine, because what I'm going to do, since you made that large payment and did that, I was just going to adjourn this out.
Okay.
All right, and then you get that paid, but I'll be setting their cases at noon.
I'm sorry, it's 3. I don't know.
At 3 p.m. Why'd you say noon? What's up with you? It's gonna be a long day. Okay. So if you get it paid by noon, that'd be great, because that way then council can check and hopefully then it can be dismissed. Okay, that sound good to you?
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right, I'll adjourn this to June 21st, 2024, 3 p.m. Is that right, Emily?
Yeah.
Just checking. I don't know. You're just,
Thank you, Your Honor.
you're just trying to confuse Ms. Van left and right. All right. Thank you, ma'am. You have a great day. Court does call the case of Arbor Woods versus Latia Davis. Who's up first?
Correct.
Latia Davis, she has not checked in. You have paid for second service. Would you like to take a default?
I would indeed, Judge.
All right. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be?
When I do this, does it change anything for you guys? I don't have two screens yet, so I can't tell. Yes, it looks like it does. I put myself there. Yeah, I think it does. I was trying to figure out why it's so far away today. That might be too close. Cheer, buddy. Go away. Great. I mean, you guys are going to have to ignore that little green thing, because I don't know. I don't want... I need to turn Tube Buddy off, because it's going to drive me insane. Damn. I'll do that in another tab.
Nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do. For the record, Your Honor, Rachel Dornbush, Calix Law, on behalf of the plaintiff. Your Honor, there's rent to retain of $3,160.20, cost of $185, for a total due of $3,345.20, and we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Shakori Davis. Shakori Davis, they have not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $3,238.25, cost of $185, for a total due of $3,423.25, and we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Charles Hardy. Charles Hardy.
Steve.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay, there you are. All right. Okay, Ms. Dornbush, what is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,956.50.
All right. And Mr. Hardy, how do you intend on getting that paid?
I made my my rent payment this morning online, electronically. I've made a payment of $1,000, well, just over $1,000, about $3,000. I will be able to pay court fees however way is provided.
Well, hold on a second. You said you paid $1,000. How much did you pay today?
Well, I paid $3,000 this morning. I apologize. I paid it. I gave the wrong number.
Okay, so you paid $3,000, you said this morning?
That would cover the
yes,
court
yes,
cost, Judge, if in fact that's what he paid. And so, Your Honor, I mean, I can either pass the case and I'll check with my client, or if court wants to adjourn it 1 week, if it's paid, I'll submit a dismissal.
All right, Mr. Hardy, what would you prefer I do? I can pass the matter, recall it up. She's gonna check with her client. If they show the payment, then this matter will go away if you paid everything.
Yes, I can go for that.
Okay, why don't I do this? Then why don't you just hang on? I got some more cases to go through. She'll make a call or she'll text them. We'll see if we can get it verified, and then we might be able to get rid of this today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, unless you want to come back and see me next week, but I don't think you do.
I'd rather
All
not, sir. Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so hold the line. I'll pass that matter. Arbor Woods versus Victoria Harper. Yes,
Present.
Miss Harper's here.
No relation.
Good morning, Miss Harper. How are you?
I'm victorious. How are you?
I knew that's what you'd answer. I'm great. All right. What's plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,226.82.
I can pay $1,138.69 next Friday. Because I'll have it Thursday, but I won't, since I can't make a partial payment on the website, I won't be able to get the money order and turn it in until Friday. And then I'll pay the remaining the following Friday.
Okay, so let's do this then. So you're gonna pay $1,138 by the 14th.
No, by the
I mean, by the
21st.
21st.
Yes,
Okay, and then you think you can get this all solved before the end of the month
yes,
with another payment? Okay.
yes.
This is a first hearing, so I'm gonna give you a shot to get that done. So you need to pay that. I'll adjourn this out to June 21st, 2024 at 3 p.m. Okay, just try to make sure you get that payment in as early as you possibly can.
Okay.
So that we're working with whatever figure we're working with. Okay?
Okay, will do.
All right, fantastic. And seeing your background, I can now have a good day.
All right, enjoy your weekend, everyone.
Okay, you take care. Arbor Woods versus Tamisha Henderson. And
I'm here.
Tequila Pugh Henderson.
Tequila's at home. I'm at work.
Okay. You are whom?
Tamisha Henderson.
Okay. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor.
I need to ask you guys a favor that I probably won't ask down the line, but if you can like semi-spam chat, that would be great, because I need to see if this thing is actually responding. Because it's showing one chat on the analytics thing, but there's not only one chat. So I just want to refresh and see what happens.
$3,340.12.
Give me that again. I'm sorry.
$33.40.12.
Got it. Okay. Ms. Henderson, how do you intend on getting that paid?
So I'm working with 2 agencies. I'm working with my social worker at my clinic. She tried to make a partial payment of $1,500, but they wouldn't accept it. So I'm also working with Vivint Health, and they should be receiving that payment by next week. She said that she'll be able to send the check for $1,700, and then
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Somebody tried to make a partial payment for you. Who was that?
Yes, my social worker at U of M. She tried to make a payment of $1,500. She went up to the leasing office and tried to make it, and they wouldn't accept it.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Your Honor, I'm
And
not
then-
sure what's going on with that, but I'll inquire with my client before the next
Okay.
date, as I imagine based off of the assistance that Ms. Henderson has potentially coming through. I imagine Your Honor would like to adjourn this. Let me
Yes,
inquire
I
with my
would.
client.
Right. And so they should be accepting funds. So, ma'am, do this. Have your social worker give your social worker, Ms. Dornbush's office number.
Okay.
And then have her give a call, because she's going to work it so that they'll accept that payment.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
And that way you can go in. Now, you talked about another 1,700.
Yes, so Vivint Health, they're paying the remaining balance of what's left over from the balance. So my social worker at U of M, they're paying $1,500, and then the
Okay.
remaining balance, they're paying the remaining balance of
Whatever's
rent. Yeah.
there. About
Yes.
the 17 plus 100. Okay. So when are they going to pay that? Do you know?
Oh, she said that a payment should be going in next week. They had to submit for the check. I just had a appointment with her on Monday.
Okay, let me ask you this. Are they gonna try to walk that in also? Or?
Yes, yeah, she's going to drop it off at the office.
Okay, so do this. Before they do that, make sure that they also, that individual gets Ms. Dornbush's number.
Okay.
And do the same thing that we're doing with the other check, okay?
Okay.
So that they don't get turned away.
Okay.
Okay, that sound good?
Yes, that sounds great. Thank you, Judge.
All right, then I'm going to adjourn this to the 21st, 2024 at 3 p.m.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Court calls Arbor Woods versus Felicia Hugan and Reginald Hugan. Who's here? Oh, there she is. You got to unmute, Miss Hugan.
Okay.
She didn't want to talk to me, really. Okay.
It's my first time. I'm nervous.
Okay. Mine too. Don't worry about it. We'll be good. Okay, so what's plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, total is $1,866.52.
Okay. So you can, how are you guys intending on getting that paid?
We plan on paying that by the 28th or 29th, before balance.
Okay. What are you waiting on a check? I mean, what are you?
Yes. I get paid the Friday.
The 28th?
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this. If I adjourn this out, is there a payment that you guys can make between now and then?
Not today. No, maybe the 28th.
The 28th is your next check to get it
Yes.
paid. Is that what you're
Yes.
telling me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, this is a first hearing. Rather than set it to 21st, if there's no funds in over plaintiff's objection, I'm just going to put this up to the 28th. If she doesn't pay it, then what's going to happen is I'm going to issue a judgment. I'll just give her the time, okay? So,
Yes, please.
Ms. Hugan, so that you understand what I just said, that you're telling me that it's going to be paid by the 28th. If it's not paid by the 28th, I'm not going to hear a whole lot. I'm just going to give them a judgment for the full amount,
Okay, it'll be in.
okay?
Yes, thank you.
June 28th, 2024. That's at 12 p.m. So that payment needs to get in before that hearing time.
12 p.m.?
Yes,
Okay.
on the 28th, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I'll give you a shot. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Arbor Woods versus Tyrone Miller. Tyrone Miller is not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $880.94. Costs are $185 for a total due of $1,065.94. And we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with written issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Kiera Morris. Kiera Morris is not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $827.82, cost of $185 for a total of $1,012.82. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Brandon Wilson and Kimberly Slayton. Wilson, Slayton, either are here.
Hi. I'm trying to see if I can grab this, but so far no luck because it's still so new and it might even still be live.
Uh-oh, okay. Got her. Hold it.
Hello? Yeah.
Okay. 57, the number ending in 575. Who, give me your name.
Kimberly Slayton.
Okay. And the number ending in, what's that, 052? And 052, could you give me your name?
Brandon Wilson.
Okay. All right. What is plaintiff? We got them both here. What is plaintiff's claim?
With cost, Your Honor, $4,040.67.
Okay. How are you folks intending on getting that paid?
I want to make a payment next Wednesday. I did reach out to from my job. I was going to borrow out of my 401k to take some money out so that I can pay that. And then hopefully in the remaining weeks, I want to, we want to try to pay that down. But it's just really that water bill was getting us behind because it's the second time that we came, to court for this issue, being in the water bill is like $400 or $500 a month. But they just replaced our toilet about a couple of weeks ago, and our bill is $100. So it's a big difference than what we were paying $1,800 for, 2 months back to back.
Okay. So how much, you say you're going to pay something Wednesday?
Yes, we can pay $1,000 Wednesday.
You can pay $1,000 on Wednesday.
Yes.
That's the 19th. Okay. And then you said you are getting money from your 401k?
Yes, they're going to give me $900. I'm in the process. I had to send them the proof of, me going through this, the eviction and, this court hearing. I sent that off to them and they said it could take 24 to 48 hours for them to review it, but they said that I do have $900 available to pull. So as soon as I receive those funds, and it take a couple of days for they to process it to come in, I was going to put that down as well. So it'll be $1,900 in all, hopefully by the end of next week.
Okay, so you think you can get 1,900 in by the end of next week?
Yes, and the 900, if they can get that money out from if they can give me that money out next week for sure. But I know Wednesday 1,000, that I can do that for sure. But it's all within how they process my claim.
Okay, so that looks like you're about half. So I'll expect that, and I'll adjourn this out a week for you to do that. Now, did you have how are you intending it? I'll adjourn it out to the 21st, 2024 at 3 p.m. Okay, so I'm giving you that date. But if you get this 1,900 in, how are you going to get the rest of that paid?
I was going to see the date that really I know by July the 10th, and I know that's pushed out a little bit more longer. I get paid weekly. I had to have a procedure done, which caused me to be a little bit delayed. I had some surgery done on my mouth, so that pushed me out. But within the next couple of weeks, for sure, I know I can get that process. I know by July the 10th, because I know that'll be another month and another bill. But I know that they give us to July the 15th to make that full payment. But I know by July the 15th, I should be able to cover July rent versus, and then the two months that we're behind on.
All right, so let's do this. Let's work this first part first, and then we'll see what we can figure out. Okay.
And Your Honor, if Mr. Wilson, Ms. Layton want to give me a call,
Okay.
I'll propose to my client what they've suggested here. This 1,900 should be in the next week or so. The remaining balance plus July by July 10th. I'll see if my client's in agreement with doing that.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right. What do you say, sir?
Thank you so much.
I was saying thank you. I really appreciate it.
You broke up there on me.
I'm sorry. I was saying thank you. Got bad signal right now, so.
Not a problem. It's okay. As long as you let Miss Slayton do all the talking, it kind of can work out.
I was trying to get some words out, but she did everything, so I just let her handle it. So we do appreciate you guys.
All right.
Thank
Okay,
you so
we'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Bye.
Maybe the person asked the court clerk. I think I might have been able to grab this one. It says 27 minutes to download. The other one says 100% downloaded. However, it's not. It's a broken link. Because I want to jump over back to the verdict, but I don't want to, there's so many people in Landlord Tenant that we followed the stories. I wish I could just email and be like, hey, I don't really mind about all the filler, but I need to see this other stuff. I need to know what happens with these people.
Northville Crossing versus Courtney Brown. They have not checked in. Courtney Brown and Andrea Brown. They have not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $3,212.86, cost of $244 for a total of $3,456.86. And we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with right to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ issued in 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Matthew Cottrell and Paige Claire. Cottrell, Claire, they're not here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Rent to retain $1,693.04, cost of $244, total due $1,937.04. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ issued 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Jose Gonzalez Ramos. Gonzalez Ramos? Oh, somebody's waving at me.
Judge Simpson, you're our favorite. You continue to be our favorite. You're still our favorite over Judge Fleischer. But please don't delete your videos because you let us get to know the people who come into the courtroom. And we want to carry on their stories and know what happens more than just a random court stream. So could we please carry on watching you?
And also Christina Gonzalez.
Yes, I'm here. Christina Gonzalez.
Okay, hello. All right. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,251.80.
All right. And ma'am, how are you guys intending on getting that paid?
So Jose is no longer here. We've been both about 5 or 6 years. I was off on medical leave for a month and a half,
I'm just now getting back to work, so once I start getting my checks up, I can have everything paid in full by the end of July.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is there anything that you can get in between now and next week?
Yeah, I can make some payments on next week.
How much?
I can do 600 next week.
600? Okay, let me ask you this. Have you applied for any assistance at all?
I have not, but I did before when I had gone through this, and they denied me because of my income. So I work for General Motors.
Oh, they, because of your income? Okay. Okay, here's what I'll do. Get the 600 in. Also, I'd suggest if you have a plan in mind that you contact Ms. Dornbush, see if she can propose that to her client as to how you're gonna get this paid.
Okay. Can you send me your
Okay.
information?
I'm sorry?
Ms. Gonzalez, I'll put my phone number in the chat, but the paperwork that told you to appear for court today, lists Matthew Pallets out of Troy as plaintiff's attorney. That's my phone number there. So if you have that, then you've got my contact details.
Okay, yep, I have it. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic. June 21st, 2024, 3 p.m. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Northville Crossing versus Susan Gordonier. Susan Gordonier has not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain $1,712, cost of $189, total due $1,901, and we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Breonna Leverett. Leverett is not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,566.03, cost of $189, total due $1,755.03, and we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Douglas Pickle. Douglas Pickle, not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,804.20, cost of $189, total due $1,993.20, and we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue 10 days. Northville Crossing versus Cassandra Studer. And
Guys, he's still live, and this is already a 6-hour video. So one failed. The other is like in the final parts of processing, but if it's still playing, it's not gonna work. And I don't think I can record in another tab without the audio messing with the other stream. What if we Simpson's still live? Because with Judge Fleischer, he doesn't delete his videos. So I'm not too worried about like him being off. What I can do, what if we do this? What if we hop across, watch the verdict, and then let Judge Simpson run, and then take it from there? Because then we'll still see the verdict. Yeah, that's the best plan. I'm going to say share this tab instead. Do that. Close captions. Okay, I think I went a little further back than the verdict. Judge be eating a lollipop, and I'm eating a mint ice cream. did, and I found his Twitter, but I didn't see like pictures and stuff. Let me Google again. Oh.
See you tomorrow.
He has lost a lot of weight. Wow. Fastest judge in Texas, says one other YouTube channel. I'm gonna light you up. How about jail? How is this man already a TikTok sensation? He's had YouTube for like 4 days, maybe 5. Yeah, he has. Someone said he reminds them of Pee-wee, like Pee-wee's Playhouse, and now I can't unsee that, especially like with the lollipop and the pink and the blue. If you're in Texas, please vote for him for whatever he needs to be voted for. I didn't think I'd gone that far back.
But next one, so.
Could it be that quick?
It could be, because the next one, so. I told him to wait a couple of, wait a couple of seconds before trying to push for twice, but. We shall see.
Is that the jurors? Ding dong.
Oh, I don't know. 15 years.
Yeah, right.
I'll give you 15 years. Yeah, you're stuck with us. Perfect. Oh.
Oops, I think I might be on 1.5 speed. I am, sorry. Yeah, I thought it would be like minutes.
I don't see anyone.
I just texted him.
That's why the only one I see if there's Nathan Fine.
5:17, the jury went out. No.
It'll ring, but if you push it too quickly, it'll only give you the one bell.
30 minutes.
That's why I like everybody like it. Well, yeah, because that's what it is. It's plugged in under the desk over here. So now I have to tell them to wait about 5 to 10 seconds in between each push. But originally I was just telling them to wait 3-4 seconds, but apparently that's not enough.
Steve, did you think it was going to be quick? I think 30 minutes is quick. We need verdict music. Let me see what I got. Let's see. Oh, did the video download? No. Let's see what I got. What's this? Nope. Nope. Nope.
Everybody, watch out. Everybody, watch out. I'ma kick back when you fake like.
To your boyfriend. Yeah, he got a nice room.
This is my intro, I think.
To call for 7 a.m.
I'll find another one. But this will do for now. I also don't have fancy buttons to bring it down.
So as they walk in, I'll grab my alternate and go.
Did you listen? Well, I am right that the girls are in there first and then the defendant goes in, right?
The girls were in there first, but
And then the
I
defendant.
hear the one back saying.
I thought that's right.
Wait, guys. I need to hear Judge's theory.
So as they walk in, I'll grab my alternate and go.
Did you listen? Well, I am right that the girls are in there first and then the defendant goes in, right?
The girls were in there first, but
And then the
I hear
defendant.
the one back saying.
I thought that's right.
Right. That part was at first, yes, they were already in the restaurant. And I don't remember them saying 3 was in there, I just heard her saying got hurt and her friends. I couldn't hear a number or anything like that, so. I don't know.
That was quick. How long was it? 20 minutes?
No,
It was quick.
about 20 minutes.
Actually, I don't remember myself. I thought the defendant was in the bathroom. The girls came in. The defendant came out the stall. Yeah, Steve, that's what I thought. And then when the other one came out the stall, the defendant was washing her hands or oh, sorry, ice cream nearly choked. I tried to look for the report and the details online. I couldn't find anything. I didn't look extremely hard though. Oh, yes, it was. It was the victim washing her hands. But then the barback said a third woman went in. Just shows you the state has not actually proven. We still don't know the story.
You even hear about this park ranger? Houston
No.
park ranger accused of extorting money from men to not arrest him.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, I know times are hard.
Damn. Judge has got,
Yeah, Cullen Park,
Which one?
Cullen, right by U of H.
Oh.
Judge has got the tea.
Did you finish your lollipop?
No, I'm still.
Good. We'll start there.
I love this light.
Somebody else might want to know. I'm gonna start selling your stuff.
Come on,
Start betting.
count it.
Start the bets now.
I admire anyone who has an iPhone without a cover.
That's right.
Yeah, no, two, dismisses the case.
Which is the top one.
Oh, there.
Judge, you interrupted a nice lunch between me and the prosecutor.
Sorry.
Here's my pizza.
No, you say, Judge.
So you didn't, come up, Ms. Garcia, come up.
I got there earlier than he did, so I ordered a whole pizza. He's still there ordering when the verdict came in. So it's like, let's just all take a slice and we all eat it on the way back. So,
All right.
jury has reached their decision. They're about to.
Can you give us 1 second, Dylan's in route. Dylan's in route.
Okay. How far is it?
I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, not this again, it's hard.
No, I'm not.
It's still.
Jeffrey, what's new? How are things?
It's good.
Where are you these days?
I'm now in the court fit.
Oh, with Judge Jackson. Okay, how's that going?
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's right, I saw you there. That's right.
I think you've,
Thanks. Again. Can't work. She's done this before.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, so I'm your attorney at the beginning. At the point where it's been to a trial, I'm gonna ask the court to allow me to get a second lawyer. And I asked them to appoint her. So it's like some cases, I'll ask lawyers that have not done certain things like that.
Hey, you know you have a problem, the witnesses come in now, right?
No.
Yeah, they can.
I think the rule no longer applies. Yeah. I was trying to think of whether it's separate from punishment or not, but there won't be punishment.
Hey, I don't want to keep the jury waiting. All right, Dylan, let's go. He just stepped out for a second. Do you mind grabbing Kevin again?
Yeah, so she said that he was gonna grab the compliance.
Okay.
You just skateboard in.
Yeah.
Okay, please.
Versus like other cases, where some other- they're just like, I have to- Yeah, so-
See, he does it himself.
Bring me in and try cases. So I self-defense instruction in the ordinance. I literally wrote the bill.
I'm ready.
All right, for the jury.
Man, please be seated. Have you reached a verdict?
Yes, we have.
Is it unanimous?
Yes, it was.
Okay, thank you. All right, Ms. Garcia, please stand. In cause number, and in the state of Texas versus Miranda Garcia, cause number 2470176, we find that the jury find the defendant Miranda Garcia guilty of assault as charged by the information. Okay, please be seated, ma'am. You're done with your service, ladies and gentlemen. If you'd like to retire to the room, I can come back and speak to you here momentarily. Okay? All right.
All rise for the jury.
Or, I'm sorry, hold on a second. Did you want them polled?
No.
Okay, you make it. All right, thanks. Oh, off the record. Okay, lawyers, we could come up real quick.
He does everything so quick, fast. I love it.
Does she have any prior criminal history? None. Okay. I was gonna do 1 year probation with anger management classes and no drugs, no alcohol. And then let her know that early termination, if she's good, and she gets everything done within 6 months.
I'll talk to Judge. I think she'd likely give him.
Well, obviously, right. That's why I wanted to make sure, right? I mean, I was gonna do no contact with any of the witnesses and then no going back to the specific place.
Just to make sure the witnesses who testify.
No, just a complaining witness.
Okay.
Just a complaining witness.
Okay.
I think probably just, well, I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna say the complaining witness and probably the other young lady. I don't know.
Okay, I know this is going to be a very weird thing to say, but the lawyer, the very enthusiastic lawyer, two things. One, when he's so close up to the camera, he looks like a little kid. Two, part of him looking like a little kid is he has a very cute nose. Like, oh, cute, like a little kid nose. So well, you're going to notice it now that I've said it.
I mean, this incident and the prior incident are all between the same two women. The Yesenia, I think, was unrelated to the prior incident.
Okay.
And seemed to be ancillary to this incident.
Okay.
But saying that, I don't think my client and her know each other, so I have objection.
Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's get it so we can get you guys out of here too. Yeah. And I need to, so, ma'am, are we on the record real quick? I need to do one more thing on the record, please. Okay. Ma'am, I do want you to know that you do have the option to appeal. If that's something that you wanted to do, you can. There is a lot of timing requirements with an appeal, so you must talk to lawyers about something, if that's something that you wanted to do. For me now, I am going to say.
No mask. Mm. That's the best I can do there was. It's just going to get grainy.
Sentence you. I've already spoken with your lawyers, just so you know. Did you want to speak with her, I guess, real quick? And then
30 seconds.
Sure.
That's a really chilled sentence.
No objection to the
Okay, so ma'am, having been found guilty, I am going to put you on probation for a year. I'm going to order you as a condition of your probation not to have any contact with either this bar in question. You're not allowed to go back, and not to have any contact with either
Anna Silva.
Miss Anna Silva or Yesenia Laura. You're not to have any contact with them, no drugs, no alcohol. I'm going to randomly test you. And I'll tell you that if you do well, I will take you off in half the time. I want you to do an anger management class, get that done, no issues, and we'll take you off in half the time.
If I can make clear to my client, no contact means no contact in any way, including social media.
Okay, all right.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, guys. I'm going to go talk to the jury real quick.
Do y'all do the interpretation of the? Same thing.
Okay, nothing happens after that. He just asks if anyone wants pizza. Okay, so I guess they didn't entirely lie when they said that they didn't know each other. My understanding from that little conversation at the end there between the judge and the lawyers is that it was the witness that was the problem last time. So it wasn't the defendant and the victim that had a fight last time. It was that Yeleni, I don't know what her name was, who was the witness. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I am not surprised though. I think I got used to felony convictions, lol, no jail time. I know, I was also like a year probation. No contact. Okay, that's easy enough. No drugs, no alcohol. That's a bit of a struggle if you aren't used to it, but the stakes are high enough. Ha, stakes. And no more stakes for her though, because she's not allowed there on Wednesdays or any other day. But I was like, okay. I thought it was gonna at least be like a couple of months in jail. As Bruce Rivers says, though, never turn a misdemeanor into a felony. I think she did pretty well given the circumstances. Okay, I need to try and see, because Judge Simpson's is just going to keep failing. Let's switch over to here. Where were we? Okay, I can pause that one. Okay, that's live at the moment. Close that. Here's where we are. Share this tab instead. We need to zoom out a little here.
And Cheryl Richter.
Cheryl Richter, present.
Now I'm going to quickly switch over to another window. And I'm going to see if I can figure something out here.
Okay. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,945.40.
Ms. Richter, how are you intending on getting that paid?
On the 28th.
I'm sorry?
I can have it paid in full on the 28th.
On the 28th? Okay, can anything be paid before then?
I wouldn't want to commit and not be able to do it.
Okay. Have you
But I
tried
know
for
the
some?
28th for sure.
Okay, what's happening on the 28th?
I get paid.
Okay. Okay, so you have a paycheck coming on the 28th.
Yes.
All right. Did you want to seek legal assistance or how did you want to do this? I mean, you're just going to get that paid by then?
Yes.
Okay. Counsel, how do you want to proceed? I mean, she's entitled to an adjournment, but she sounds like she's got a plan in place. If you want to consent, ma'am,
yes,
you can do this if you want to. We can enter a consent judgment where you're consenting that you'll have it paid by the 28th. If you're comfortable with that.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you're
Yes.
willing to do. Okay. So what I'm going to do, and it just will indicate that you need to pay the 1945.40 by the 28th, or an eviction can issue.
Okay.
You understand that?
Absolutely.
That works for
Okay.
me, Judge. Thank you.
Pardon?
I said that works for me. Thank you.
All right. So what I'll do is I'm going to have a judgment by consent in that amount. Okay. You get
Okay.
that paid by then, and then we're all set.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. And does
Have a
Ms.
great day.
Dornbush have permission to sign your name to the consent judgment?
Yes, she sure does.
Okay, fantastic. And I'll issue a default on the same terms as to the other defendant.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, now, Ms. Richter,
Yes.
this is a consent judgment. And since you're unrepresented by an attorney, you have 3 business days to think about this. If you believe that
Okay.
there's some
I don't
misunderstanding.
need to, but thank you for the telling
All
me that.
right, well, I have to advise you of this. If there's some
Yeah, I
misunderstanding, some
know.
right you believe you didn't assert, or some other confusion, you'd have to file a motion with the court within that time frame. Okay?
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Richter. Take care. Have a
Bye-bye.
great weekend.
And Your Honor, if we may, before you call the next case for Northville Crossing, I did get an update on the Hardy matter.
Yes.
My client
ahead.
confirms.
Oh my gosh, I'm not sharing my screen. You guys are literally just watching me try to figure out how to get this. I can't play 2 at the same time. It's not going to work. And Vaughn's asleep, so I can't ask to do it on his computer. Because I had a plan.
Payment in full, and so we'll go ahead and submit a dismissal. I thought I would just let Mr. Hardy get on with his day. I didn't want him to have to sit through the rest of my
No,
document.
he was happy to be here. He wanted to see me. All right, no, all right. Mr. Hardy, I'll call that case. Arbor Woods versus Hardy. That case is dismissed. Mr. Hardy, you have a great weekend.
You too, Your Honor.
All right, take care. Northville Crossing versus Emily Wanteby and Brian Wanteby.
Hardly ever.
Anybody want to be? Any wannabes? Nope. We don't have them. You may
If you want to
proceed.
be my
Thank you, Your Honor.
lover.
There's rent to retain of $1,798.12, cost of $244 for a total due of $2,042.12. And Your Honor, ordinarily I'd ask for a default judgment on this, but Miss Emily, I think it might be Watanabe, I'm not sure, was in contact with my client, and she had indicated she intended to pay in full on the 18th, and they had discussed doing a conditional dismissal. If it pleases the court, I'd be willing to do a conditional dismissal to pay in full by the 24th, which would be the statutory 10 days we'd be entitled to under the judgment anyway. And I'd be willing to do that as a conditional dismissal in light of the conversation she had with my client.
That would be fine with the court. I think it's more beneficial than to default to tenant if that happens that way. So yes, I don't have a problem with that.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'll submit that as a conditional dismissal by default as to both parties.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you. Court does call the case, Northville Crossing versus Kelly White and Ross White. Kelly White, Ross White, they're not here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,875.16, cost of $244 for a total due of $2,119.16. We ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested with issue 10 days. Sile Farms versus Lawrence Randall. And is it Hill? Rentals, neither is checked in. You may, well, hold it. Do I?
Okay, I'm pausing. I'm sorry. Pausing again. I have, I think, verdict music. I think. Why does it start in the middle? No, that is not it. That is not it at all.
Do I have? Yes, I do. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $4,643.70, cost of $228, total due $4,871.70. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue 10 days. Sile Farms versus William Kirk, Shantiris Lawrence, and Jewel Jackson. Nobody has checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $4,073.15, cost of $267, total due $4,340.15. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue 10 days. Sile Farms versus Jennifer Knight. Jennifer Knight, not here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,512.14, costs are $189, total due $1,701.14. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue 10 days. Sile Farms versus Alicia Oliver.
I'm here.
Miss Oliver?
Hi.
Oh, there you are. Hello. Okay.
just
What
jamming
is
away.
plaintiff's claim?
Total due with costs, Your Honor, $6,570.61.
Can you say that one more time? I'm sorry.
Yes, it's $6,570.61.
Okay.
Miss Oliver?
Yeah,
How are you
it's-
intending this paid?
It's actually Clark because all of my legal name is now Clark. So everything that comes in, I applied for assistance through DHS, Friends Indeed, and my children, 3 of them have mental health, Washtenaw County Mental Health, and the caseworker submitted a funding request through Ypsilanti Thrift Shop. I was off because I'm a nurse and I ended up getting the flu and was down for 3 weeks and I lost my second job. So I'm trying to get it paid on my own, technically speaking, because I did call Hawk on May 29th and they said I was over the 30% threshold.
You were over the limit,
Yes.
but was that based on your income that you now
Yes.
don't have?
Oh, no, I'm back to work, but she said they have to count because I wasn't like terminated from the job. She said I had 2 jobs and I wasn't terminated from one I was. And she said, based on that and the fact that my twins do get Social Security, it's only $400 a month, but she said I was over the 30% threshold.
Okay. Let's see. So you submitted an SER?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adjourn it out a week. You need to submit a form to the court You need to do that within, or by Wednesday. Just
Okay.
with that and the tracking number. So it gives you an adjournment and time to work that out. Now, you've also applied to other agencies?
Yes.
Okay.
And I picked up a second job. So I'll get a check next Friday from the second job.
Okay. So let me ask you this. I'll grant the adjournment in any respect. So next week, you're gonna get a check next Friday?
Yes.
And how much do you think you'll be able to pay toward your rent next Friday?
I can pay that because that job is only part-time, so it was only like orientation. I'll be able to pay at least 600. My primary job, I get mileage reimbursement that has not been processed for 6 months. So they just doing the first month right now, and that is, I just looked at it this morning, that is for 1,200. So I need to call my boss after we get off the phone to see when that will be deposited.
Okay, so
I can
I want to make
potentially
sure
have
I'm here. I want to
1,400.
make sure I'm hearing you right. By next Friday, you might have 1,800?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. So here's what we'll do. If you get that, then that's 1,800 you can pay to the landlord.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll look for 1,800. I'm gonna grant you the adjournment for a week. All right?
Okay.
Statutorily, I guess, or by court rule. I'm gonna give you that. What you need to do by Wednesday of next week is you need to get the form in with the tracking number for your SCR
Okay.
to the court. All right. I think my coordinator put in the chat.
I did. I seen it. It popped up.
You see it? Okay.
Yeah.
So she put it in the chat to you so that that's the form that you got to send in. And I think she put where to send it. Okay.
Okay.
So June 21st, 2024 at 3 p.m.
Okay. And it's the same Zoom number and everything I would come to?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Okay. Verdict music. Second time. Medium. Very medium. I haven't really played around on Artlist for like electronic music. I've only really gotten like a lot of acoustic and that sort of thing. And I'm not really liking their electronic. I might have to look more on YouTube.
Sile Farms versus Alexandra. Is it Sokalis? Sokalis? If I'm pronouncing that right, Sokalis? They're not here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $3,044.68, cost of $189. Total due $3,233.68. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue in 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, rate issue 10 days. Sile Firms versus Melanie Wackenhut and Michael Wackenhut. Wackenhut, not here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Rent to retain $4,066.44. Cost of $228. Total due $4,294.44. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, rate issue 10 days. Sile Farms versus Joseph Wallace and Joy Stratton. Wallace, Stratton, not here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $2,773.38. Cost of $228. Total due $3,001.38. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, rate issue 10 days. Sile Farms versus Danielle Williams and Daniel Blethen. Williams, Blethen, neither here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Rent to retain $2,947.77. Cost of $228. Total due $3,175. No, there's certainly not $900 in late fees on here.
I went in. I'm not behind.
Not $900 in late.
Claim in this case. To the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, rate issue 10 days. Spice Tree Apartments versus Ibrahim Bass and Jabreem Bass.
I'm just trying to speed through the ones that are just like defaults or whatever so that we can try to watch a little bit more of it. I do need to pause and oh my God, I don't think we have cat food for their wet food.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello. Okay, gotcha. Your name?
My name is Ibrahim Bass.
Thank you. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $900.69.
$969?
$900, yep, 0.69.
Okay. And sir, how you intend on getting that paid?
Well, Honor, the rent is paid, and that $900 is late fees that has racked up over the course of a month. And I already explained to Spice Street the situation. I went in and they said that there was a DTE bill that was due, and I had just took over this lease. And the DTE bill was $405 from a previous lease that my brother was the primary person on. And I called DTE. They told me, oh, there's a bill due for $405. I paid it. I thought the bill was paid, but it turns out that it was for a previous a house that I used to rent about a year ago. I didn't know that. And then I guess that it just racked up a bunch of late fees and stuff. So I was wondering, is there anything the court can do? Because the rent is paid, the DTE bill is paid, and those are just $900 of late fees that racked up over the course of 30 days. It almost feels like oppression.
No, you can't. Ms. Dornbush, I'm sure it's not $900 of late.
Yeah, absolutely not, Judge. No, there's certainly not $900 in late fees on here.
I went in 5 days ago and paid the $405 DTE that was due, and then the rent for this month was also paid. So I don't understand the $900.
When did you pay that?
I paid the rent within the first 5 days of this month. Last month's rent is paid as well. I mean, I'm not behind on rent at all. I paid the $405 with DTE about 4 days ago. I went in and told them, I think her name's Carla. I said, you're oppressing me and my family. I'm 25 years old with 2 kids with a wife. And I said, like, how did $800 of late fees occur?
Hold on, Mr. Bass, hold on.
Mhm.
Ms. Dornbush, what payments do you have?
So there was a $1,300 payment made on 6/5 that doesn't quite cover the rental charges for June with the utility charges. His rent's $1,323. There are, I would say,
$50 missing.
I don't know, $60, $70-ish here in utility charges. So the June charges have not been fully paid. Your Honor, there is a charge on here for electricity for 40212. It was assessed to the ledger on May 1st. So if Mr. Bass has paid $405 to DTE directly, I'll speak to my client to find out if this is the same bill or if this is a different charge. Sounds like there may have been a balance owed by Mr. Bass to a different residence. So perhaps there's two 400-ish electricity bills. I don't know, but I'm happy to look into it if the court wants to for 1 week.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I mean, is she able to look into, because about, like I said, 4 or 5 days ago, I walked in with a money order for $405. So that should also show up.
You paid that to the landlord, Mr.
Sir,
Bass, or?
that's exactly what she said, that she was going to look into the payments. She has certain payments on the ledger, but you have indicated you made a couple of different, it seems like utility payments, that one might have been for a previous residence. So she's going to try to clarify that. One thing that's very clear to me is there's not $900 in late fees. There's something else owed. And the question is whether or not there has been credit for certain payments that you may have made. And then the other issue is going to be that you, on this 969, you have court costs under there. So we can figure it out and we can look at it, give them a chance to look at the ledger. Sounds to me like the payments that you made in June, according to what Ms. Dornbush says, have been applied to your ledger, but you haven't cleared all of the rent for June.
So what was it, $23? Or she said 70?
Mr. Bass, I don't have it all added up. I would say this, give me a call at my office. The paperwork that told you to appear in court today has my office's information on it. It says Matthew Pallets out of Troy. My name is Rachel. Let me talk to your landlord and find out what's going on with the utility charge, the DTE electricity charge, and then we can have a conversation about what balances remain after I clarify those payments.
Okay, and I wanted to address one more thing. I know about every 4 or 5 days, you guys add about $100 or $150 extra with the late fees. I believe so. And when I paid the 405 like 5 days ago, they said if I don't pay the other late fees, which was I think $600, they would add another $100.
Okay, not $600 in late fees, Mr. Bass. But again, I'm happy to speak with you after court after I can verify your payments. So please give my office a call and we can discuss in more detail once I clarify what payments my client has received from you.
Okay, thank you.
June 21st, 3 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you.
Spice Street Apartments versus Kevin Hearn. Kevin Hearn, not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $2,820.
Low. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
With
$100 this week towards the balance.
Low. All right, what is,
And, when I pay, and,
Payments my client has received.
oh, all right, what is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,493.93.
Right. Mr. Kaba, how do you intend on getting that paid?
So I'll be paying in 3 weeks.
Say again?
So I'm gonna pay in 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Well, the problem is in 3 weeks, I'm gonna be into July.
Yeah. So probably like around what's it, before July 5th.
Before July 5th, what?
July 5th, I'll be paying the full balance, but I will make a payment of $900 this week towards the balance and pay the rest before
How
July.
much are you gonna pay this week?
$900.
900. And what day are you gonna pay that?
Probably today or tomorrow.
Today?
Or tomorrow, yeah.
Well, okay, I'll say by the 17th, by Monday.
Yeah,
You
by
gotta get
Monday.
that paid.
Yeah, by Monday.
All right, and then you need to talk to your landlord about how you're gonna work out the rest of this balance.
All right.
And call Ms. Dornbush's office and see what they're willing to work out with you.
Okay.
Okay, I'll
All right,
adjourn
thank
this
you.
matter out to June 21st, 2024 at 3 p.m. And Mr. Cabo, so that you understand how I work, if that 900 isn't in, I'm not gonna really ask any questions. I'm gonna grant them a judgment when you just come back for the full amount. Okay?
Yeah, no problem.
So you gotta work
Sounds
it
good.
out. Okay, thank
All right.
you. Spice Tree Apartments versus Lisa Pena, or Pena, might be. Pena? Not present, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. May proceed. All right, okay.
Did I go too
We got a
far?
note from them. I'm trying to read the whole thing. Well. Okay, I'll just read it to you. So it just says, is a teacher waiting for a substitute to come fill in. Defendant states she did move out at the, I think at the apartment. We'll try to attend hearing as soon as. Oh, as soon as she can via Zoom. So, do you know if she's moved out or?
I would have to confirm that with my client. However, there is a significant balance that remains and we're requesting a money judgment for that amount.
I do see that. Did you, well, it's obvious that she knows. I'm just trying to figure out, do I have personal service or not?
I believe they attempted, but made
No
4
personal.
attempts.
Here's what I'm gonna suggest that we do. If she's, I mean, she could come in and ask for a second hearing in any event. So my suggestion would be to adjourn it out, see if we can get her to appear, and then we can deal with the money judgment portion. I think that your client's probably looking for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that might be the way. Sorry about the wait here, but
Okay, that's okay.
I'll adjourn it to the 21st, 2024 at 2 p.m.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Then I have Roger Pritzel versus Jermaine Bird.
Roger Pritzel, Your Honor.
Jermaine Bird.
Camera. Judge is not in the mood
Yes, I'm
today.
here.
Okay. Mr. Pritzel, what's your claim in this case?
I've tried several times to collect rent from Mr. Bird. He owes over $3,000. I finally gave him a 30-day notice. He's on a month-to-month. April 30th for him to move out. May 30th, he has not done that, so I'm asking for a judgment and possession.
Mr. Bird, what's your position on this?
Am I being heard? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. My position on this is that back in January, I had a slip and fall on his property, which I became unemployed, and I'm just now getting back to work. I just started back to work last month.
So what do you wish the court to do? He's seeking to terminate your tenancy. Have you talked to him about your tenancy at all?
I spoke with him about this and let him know that I actually slipped and fell on his property and wasn't trying to seek legal service, just needed, a little bit of understanding until I got back to work.
Okay, so are you going to seek counsel on this, sir?
Actually, I'm gonna try to get emergency relief funds. I didn't know anything about that until I came into court today.
Well, sir, this is not a case, this is a termination of tenancy case at this point. You can do that, but that doesn't necessarily give you a stay on the case because it's a termination. My question is, are you gonna seek legal counsel to address the issue, maybe of the slip and fall and everything else?
It looks like I'm gonna have to.
I'll adjourn this out 1 week, June 21st, 2024 at 2 p.m. That'd be your only adjournment for that purpose, sir. We'll see you then.
All right, thank you.
Jermaine, if you land up watching here, at least you know that you can get like Morgan and Morgan discount codes everywhere.
Roger Pritzel versus Eric Weathers. Pritzel versus Weathers.
I haven't
Your
seen,
Honor, I just want to let you know that I'm here, Laura Slater. I don't know if you called me. I had trouble getting in.
What's that? On Weathers, Eric Weathers, that's a termination case. Mr. Pritzel, do you have, well, the problem is I don't have personal service on this. You didn't pay for the second mailing, did you, Mr. Pritzel?
I don't know what the second mailing, I had Jimmy Moore serve it and.
Right, and I don't have, there was no mailing for the second service. So service by attachment, I'll have to adjourn this matter out for a second hearing, June 21st, 2024, 2 p.m.
Do I have to do something else or?
No, it's just that I can't do anything today. But I can next week. You don't have to do anything else for the case to proceed. Okay, Roger Pritzel versus Tommy Fonville.
Is that the same name then?
The defendant has not checked in. I'm in the same position on this one as the other one. So I'll adjourn this out 21st, 2024, 2 p.m. And then you should be able to get your judgments at that point if they do not show.
So June 21st at 2 p.m. for all of them.
Yes, for all of them. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that's our cases.
Yes.
All right, and we're just, wow. All right, I'll come back and we'll shortly start the 10 o'clock bracket, folks. Court stands in recess.
All right.
Nice.
That hiccup with Emily.
Let me see it.
Amerson.
Defendant's name in this?
Oh, just too far.
Really?
Name in this case?
Cassandra.
Okay, I'm just gonna wait. Did he just ignore Laura? I think that he called her and she missed it, but I didn't hear a Laura. I didn't see her surname, so I don't know. I can't remember. If my right hand is itchy if that's money, getting money in or out. My mom always said one is getting money in and one is money's leaving your hand. And then the last time I asked her, she's like, just pretend they both mean money in. Let's Google. Itchy hand. You're allergic to something. Gee, thanks.
Hey, District Court, County of Washington, outside of Michigan is now back in session.
You may be seated. Court does call the case of Beal Properties versus Cassandra Amerson.
Yes, how you doing? Honorable Judge Simpson.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Daniel Landman appearing on behalf of Beal. Your Honor, what was the
Amerson
defendant's name in this case?
Cassandra Amerson.
The only case I am showing
Okay.
this morning for Beal at 10 o'clock is a McCree, Michelle McCree. That could be my error.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm booked. 10 a.m. Yeah, 10 a.m.
All right.
Got my court.
Hold on.
hearing.
Everybody stop. Really? All right. Ms. Amerson? You muted yourself. I have Miss Amerson's case set. Hold on. I have it set at 10 a.m. for today.
First hearing?
First hearing, yes.
I don't know if we got the paperwork back from the court, but obviously I'm here and can proceed.
All right. Do you know how much is owing?
I don't. If we take a look at the complaint.
The
probably-
complaint as of May 20. All right, so I have 19. Have you made any payments since the complaint came out?
No, I was planning on making a payment today. I don't since I'm gonna be like $250 payment.
You say that again? You're breaking up on me.
I was gonna make a payment today.
450, did you say?
I was gonna be able to pay 250.
And give him 30
And then I'll need about 30 days to pay the full balance.
Okay. Have you tried to seek any assistance or anything, or you're just gonna try to do this on your own?
Yeah, I'm doing this on my own. I just picked up another job, so I should be able to pay this down in 30 days.
So you just got married to me. I'm helping her.
Yeah.
I'm Terrence Robinson. She just married. We just got married, and I'm taking care of it, and we'll be paid. Let's see. Can I speak, Your Honor?
I don't know who the heck you are.
I think Your Honor just identified himself as her husband, who just got married.
Yeah. How you doing?
Oh, you just got married?
Yes.
Okay, congratulations, condolences, whichever.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, here's what I'm gonna do.
Guys, please watch Brittany. She's enjoying this way too much. And Keith at the bottom, I think, must surely be stoned. Has to.
You pay the 250 by next week. Okay, and then I'm going to adjourn this to the. I'm going to adjourn this to the 21st, next Friday, 2024 at 1 p.m. Okay.
All right. All right. Good.
All right. You guys go enjoy your honeymoon.
All right.
Take care. We'll see you next week.
All right. Okay.
All right. There's a lot of people in that vehicle, bro.
I think there were only the two of them.
There were more. There were more in the back. I don't know what that's about.
Wedding party.
Ain't none of my business. Real Properties versus Isaac Kathy. Isaac Kathy, not checked in. Would you like to proceed?
Daniel Landman for the plaintiff. I have the same disadvantage on this case.
Okay.
Why?
So
The only case that I have is McCree for 10 o'clock.
So I have 598, 570. So let me just.
That would be 1,168.
Yeah, but we're not sure of payment. So let me just put it to the 21st.
All right.
Just adjourn this to the 21st, 2024 at 1 p.m. I don't know what happened, so we'll figure it out. Real Properties versus Christina Taylor. You have that one?
Same thing.
Whoa. She is here. All right, Ms. Taylor.
Hi.
Hello. Okay.
Oh, there.
Looks like we've got some problem. I have 1334 as of May with June rent at 1270. Have you, ma'am, have you made any payments of your May or June rent?
Yes, I made a payment as of yesterday and today of $1,168.
1,168 you paid?
Yes.
Yesterday
I
and
made it in
today?
separate payments. One was $668 and the other was $500.
Okay, what, you did that yesterday and today, 2 payments?
Yeah, it was like
Okay.
throughout the night. One was at like 3 a.m. and the other one was like at 7 a.m. as I was leaving work.
Okay, so let's do this so that we can get everybody can get the paperwork all cut up. I'm gonna adjourn this out 1 week for you, okay?
Okay.
So to the 21st, 2024 at 1 p.m. Are you gonna be able to pay anything before that date also? Or?
Yeah, I was hoping to have it paid by then because that's when I get my paycheck. And then I also cash out like every day. So I should be paid up by then.
Okay.
But if not
All
paid
right.
up mostly.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, I'll put paid up in full by that time, or we'll try to, but you made significant payments. So
Yes.
we'll put it out to then. Let's see if we can get it paid, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great
Do I
weekend.
leave the meeting now?
Yes, you do, man.
Okay.
Thank you. Beal Properties versus Michelle McCree.
Daniel Landman for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
It's ham and pineapple, and I don't want anyone to say anything about pineapple on pizza. I like it. You don't have to. I think it's freaking great. So it's ham and pineapple on pizza, like it's called a Hawaiian here. I don't know if it's the same everywhere else. But then I don't really love the ham, so I pull the ham off and Vaughn puts it on his. Like I don't mind it a little bit here and there, but this place we get pizza from is very topping heavy, which is great for the pineapple part of it, but not so much for me for the ham.
Honor, and I think Ms. McCree is present.
Present. Is this the
I
same?
am. I'm gonna
This is the same thing, Mr. Landman.
And we're showing, Your Honor, a balance of $2,829 plus cost of $175 for a total of $3,004.
All right. McCree, what do you have to say about that?
I actually put myself in court on purpose because I don't agree with all of those charges. I cannot get an answer from Beal themselves on some service charges that they've charged me for. So I was trying to fight those.
Wait.
Okay. So there were service charges. How much of the amount are you claiming are service charges or you're disputing?
Only 150.
Okay. And so if I'm hearing you right, you're not disputing the rest of the balance.
No, sir.
Okay. So as to the rest of the balance, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Well, I'm trying to, my lease expires in the middle of July and I've been unable to get any answers from them. I was trying to have everything paid in full and be out by June 30th. Without breaking my lease. And like I said, I can't get any answers from Beal. So unfortunately, I had to bring everything to you.
All right. So let me ask you this. Between now and next week, how much can you pay on the back balance?
$1,000.
Okay.
And then the following week, I'll be able to put down another $1,000.
Okay, but you can put 1,000 by the 21st and then another 1,000 certainly by the 28th. That's still not going to bring us all the way up, but
Nothing can stop
we can
me.
try
I'm
to
all
figure
the
something
way
out.
up.
Okay, get that 1,000 in. You'll also need to the service charge, when was that service charge added to your account?
Well, there was one in the middle of May for a lockout, which there was an inspection on the apartment that day, and I'm not sure why they charged me when they have a master key to my apartment. And then the other one was for dog cleanup, and they didn't clean anything up.
Okay. All right. I'll let plaintiff's counsel look at those charges and figure it out.
I do see them on the ledger, Your Honor. There were some other charges for NSF payments and
NSF?
the utility.
That's why the balance fell behind. Apparently one of my payments bounced. I had it caught up in the middle of May. She told me I was paid in full, and then within like a week, they said I owed another $1,600. So I'm not sure.
There was a $1,600 payment that bounced in May.
Okay, there was a $1,600 payment that bounced in May.
Yes, so that's why the balance is so high.
Oh, okay. All right, get the 1,000 into the landlord. Okay?
Okay.
Because you're not disputing that amount. So get that 1,000 in by the 21st. I'm going to adjourn it out to the 21st at 1 p.m. So we need that 1,000 in there before that time.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Whitaker Oaks versus Rajani Green and Daniel Keener.
Daniel Landman appearing for the plaintiff, Your Honor. Ms. Green is here.
Oh, here she is. This is the second hearing. Okay. Hello.
Wait, I can't see.
What's your name?
Johnny Green.
All right. Where are we on this case?
Your Honor, there is $600 being held by my client. The remaining balance is $1,851.05 with $214 in costs for a total of $2,065.05.
All right. And how are you intending on trying to get this paid?
I'm paying $600 today, and I did apply for SER before court today.
So you applied for an SER.
Yes.
And you paid 600 today?
I will be paying 600.
600 today. All right, that's gonna bring me into the $1,400 range. I work this through. The SER, how many people are in your place? 2?
Yes.
If you get SER, just so that you know, that's only gonna count for about $520, so it's not gonna be that much.
I'll be able to cover the remaining balance in 2 weeks when I get paid again.
2 weeks from today?
Yes.
All right.
It's 2 weeks if you get the SER or
No, just
regardless?
period. Yeah.
Oh, you'll be
But
able to
if I
cover
get
it all.
or
So
not.
you're gonna pay 600 today, you'll be at about a $1,400 figure, and you're saying that can be covered by the 28th?
Yes.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do.
Time.
What'd you say?
I picked up some overtime, so I'm trying.
Shame.
Green, I'm gonna trust you. I don't know why, I don't have a reason to, but I'm just doing it. My gut tells me trust you. So I'm gonna dirt it out to the 28th.
Okay, thank you.
All right, rather than have you come back. You pay the $600 on the 21st, that's today. And then you're gonna pay,
Your Honor, today's the 14th.
well, the 14th, I'm sorry. Thank you, sir. Pay that today on the 14th, and then you're gonna pay the balance by the 28th.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And so it'll be the 28th at
What happened there?
2 p.m. Okay, see if we can get it paid. Thank you, ma'am.
Your Honor, I don't know if Ms. Green, I know Ms. Green has been here for quite a while this morning. I don't know if she went to the clerk's office and filed the affidavit stating that she is attempting to obtain assistance, but I think it may be.
She probably didn't. We're probably past the time where she'd get any benefit from that, but, okay, all right.
Thank you.
Brittany's she's screen recording this, and this morning she was probably like this on TikTok. Get ready with me. Wait, let me do it properly. Get ready with me to go to court with Judge Simpson. Last week, Judge Simpson went so viral on TikTok. And then afterwards, she's going to be like, I got to meet Judge Simpson. I'm just joking. She's probably lovely. I'm just entertained by her excitement.
Because it's because they have some second hearings sprinkled in here, and I don't know why. So this also is a second hearing here. Whitaker Oaks versus Roger Harrell. Harrell, not checked in. Would you like to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor. I will make a record first, though, just so the court is aware. At the first hearing, the individual that was present was an occupant, Christina Harrell, Harrell actually, who is Roger's widow. Roger is deceased. And so we will be dismissing without prejudice as to Roger today because he is deceased. I spoke yesterday with Bridget Long, I'm sorry, at the Mars and Terry firm, who did not file an appearance in this case, but had some questions on behalf of Christina Harrell. Based on that conversation, I did get a follow-up email from Ms. Long indicating that Ms. Harrell would not be proceeding today. She has no objection with a default judgment being entered as to the occupants. She has no intention of bringing the rent current, but she did have some belongings which she'll have out within the next 10 days. So with that in mind, and with that as a predicate, we would move for the entry of a default judgment against occupants.
All right. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, based on my client's books and records, the current rent to retain is $1,307.88. Costs are $175 for a total of $1,482.88. We would request that a default judgment of possession only enter as to the occupants with a move-out date or payment deadline of June 24th of 2024. We would also respectfully move for a dismissal of the case without prejudice as to Roger Harrell, and I would indicate that I do have a copy of his death certificate.
All right. Judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default as to the occupants. Redemption amount, any amount requested with a writ issue in 10 days. Defendant 1 is dismissed.
Thank you.
Is that all? Yeah. Oh. Court does call the case. Mrs. Haverkamp LLC versus Chris Thomo.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Fancher on behalf of the plaintiff.
Thomo? Not present. Would you like to take a default?
Yes, I will, Your Honor. Please.
Do you solemnly default for possession redemption?
Proceed.
I didn't know if I should come here to pay. I didn't know.
I'm the attorney for Mrs. Haverkamp LLC, and as such, I'm familiar with the books and records they relate to this tenancy. In this case,
Writ issue in 10 days. Mrs. Haverkamp versus Ronald Phillips.
David Van Camp on behalf of the plaintiff.
Ronald Phillips, not present. You may proceed.
In this case, there's rent owing in the amount of $1,990, court cost of $175, for a total of $2,165. We'd ask for a judgment for possession with a writ after 10 days if that amount remains unpaid. A judgment for possession with a writ after.
So
Ms. Robert told
Just trying to see when she walks up.
court cost of $175 for a total of $1,925. We'd ask for a judgment for possession with a writ after 10 days if that amount remains unpaid.
judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ issue in 10 days. Mrs. Haverkamp versus.
Oh, I
Ronald
went backwards.
Phillips. Not present. Would you like to?
Court cost of $175 for a total of $1,925. We'd ask for a judgment for possession with a writ after 10 days if that amount remains unpaid.
Judgment to the.
Ms. Robert told the court last week things at 1 o'clock. So that's why we're here now on some of these second hearings.
I don't know why he would have said that. Okay.
That's
Your
why
name.
we're here.
Jamani.
All right. What's the claim today in this case?
Your Honor, there's rent owing in the amount of $2,050, court cost of $160 for a total of $2,210. Ms. Robert told the court last week that she would be able to pay $1,800 this morning, and she has not paid that as of yet. And so, yeah, we'd like to proceed.
I didn't know if I should come here to pay or if I go down to the leasing office to pay, but I have the money.
You have the.
Yeah, I have the 1,800.
Okay.
I was just like, I didn't know if I would give it to her before I leave to come here
Or do what? Okay.
or wait till I leave here.
And then I paid.
What's going on?
So let me ask you this. If you pay, you're going to pay 1,800 today.
Yes.
And then that's going to leave you about $410
Yeah, that'll be paid for. Like I can probably get that $410 by Monday.
by Monday. So if I put this out a week, you'd be paid in full?
Yeah, if this goes out another week, it'll be paid in full.
You sure?
Positive.
I don't know why I'm going to trust her.
And I also have a employment, like with like how much I get paid in verification letter. I like typed it up myself for you if you wanted to see.
Typed up what?
Employment verification letter, like my income verification.
You typed it up yourself?
Yeah, and I had my job like stamp it.
Your what?
My job like stamp it for me, so you know that I was. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's
Like,
okay.
Look, I got a little bit. It was on my kitchen table, so I'm
No, it's okay.
I swear I did.
Okay,
I
I
was
get it.
like,
I get it.
I can't mess around. So. Forgive me, I was nervous typing it.
What'd you say?
I said I was nervous typing it.
What?
I had my boss read it like 3 times. I was like, this is good.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for doing that. What I'm going to is I'm
Check
going to indicate
Brittany.
you're going to have that whole balance paid in full by the 21st.
Yes.
So I'm just going to adjourn this out 1 week.
Okay.
All right. Get the 18 to them today.
Okay.
And then the balance by next week, by the 21st. So I'll adjourn this to June 21st, 2024 at 2 p.m. Okay. So get that all paid.
Thank you. I will have it paid. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You did the same.
Hey, Kerrville.
Stephen Wild versus Brittany Fisher.
Yes.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Brittany.
David Van Camp on behalf of Stephen Wild.
And Brittany Fisher, present. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right. This is second hearing. You applied for SER. Have you gotten an answer on that yet?
I did apply for SER. The application was approved, however, not for rental portion due to my unemployed status. I have an interview next week and I have every reason to think that I will be hired. And then I can reapply for that rental assistance once next week.
Okay. How much is owing, Mr. Frontier?
$1,700 in rent, $175 in court cost, total of $1,875.
All right. And so, ma'am, between now and next week, is there any amount you can pay?
I haven't had an income. I was hospitalized last month and I have ongoing treatment. So it's been difficult to work and I haven't had income. So the most I would be able to is like $100 at the most.
All right. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
If you're going to go back to work, right?
Yes.
And so what's your plan to try to get this paid up?
My plan is to reapply for the SER. Also, I have a vehicle that I can either get out a loan on, take out a loan once I have the employment, or just sell my vehicle outright and pay with those.
I see.
I've also been in communication, with Friends Indeed and Peace Neighborhood, and I may be able to get some additional assistance. It's just it takes time.
Yeah, no, I got you. Okay, let's do this. So you're gonna reapply the SER, I get it. And so you're gonna reapply for that, but is it just you in your unit?
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's gonna be about 410. It's gonna be about 400 of that amount if you're approved. Okay. Let's do this then.
Your Honor, and I
So
can talk to my
between,
client about doing a payment plan going forward, where, maybe she can pay her rent plus something for the next couple months and get this caught up once she's got a job. I can certainly have that conversation with them.
all right, so let's do this. Ma'am, I'm gonna adjourn you out 1 week to the 21st at 2 p.m. Okay? Get that application back in, then we'll see if you get this employment. Let's see where you are. Mr. Frantera is gonna talk to his client, see if they can work out a payment plan and sort of structure something for you, okay?
All right, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, Your Honor, thank you. I will see you at 1 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Okay, Arbor Club versus Arlinda Washington.
Well, that was a little bit. I thought she was a lot more chilled than I expected. And I feel kind of bad now for being spicy about how much she was enjoying the stream before. Well, the call before. I'm gonna start doing nighttime things, turning on our heated blankets and whatever. So I'm not gonna be like in the room that much. You might even hear me laughing from the other room. I don't know if you guys heard when somebody said something about documents. I literally like ran back in so that I could see what was happening. But I'm gonna keep playing this because also it might not be around. He's still live, and we are how many hours in? 8 hours. He's still live. So, wow. She was loving it earlier, and she literally seemed like one of those TikTok girls that's like, get ready with me to get fired from my job. Get ready with me to go to court because I owe rent. And then like Venmo and whatever. It's only 4:30 in his court, so he's still going to be live for probably another half an hour. Damn. I wonder if it's going to auto-delete after that. Okay, let's crack on. Should we try 1.5? Let's see if it's too fast.
Where's the attorney? Oh, there he is.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ryan Woodrick filling in for Ms. Luckoff on behalf of the plaintiff. I'm sorry, I don't have that one on our files.
You don't have Arbor Club versus Washington?
I do not.
All right.
But we just had a adjournment.
Yeah, 21st.
Thank you. Do you have a case number, Your Honor?
Yeah, just a second. At 3, so I'm adjourning it to that date at 3 p.m. Case number on this one is 244 C0732.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Arbor One West versus Christy Jones Howell.
Ryan Woodrick, the plaintiff. You got that one.
Okay. Christy Jones Howell has not checked in. Would you like to proceed, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, we would.
Raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Go ahead. What's your claim?
Thank you, Your Honor. Based on the books and records of my client, we're showing rent to retain of $600.03, cost of $175.10, for a total redemptive amount of $775.13, requesting a default judgment of possession only with a writ to issue in 10 days. That would be June 24th, 2024.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ issue 10 days. Arbor One West versus Myra Tello, or Tello. Tello, they're not here. You may proceed, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ryan Wojcik for the plaintiff. In this matter, based on the books and records of my client, we're showing rent of $2,528 even, cost of $175.10 for a total redemptive amount of $2,703.10, requesting a default judgment of possession only with a writ to issue in 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ issue in 10 days. Arbor One West versus Charita Parker.
Again, Ryan Wojcik for
Charita
the plaintiff.
Parker. No response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. In this matter, we're showing rent of $2,386.71, cost of $175.10 for a total of $2,561.81, requesting a default judgment of possession only with a writ to issue in 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ issue 10 days. Arbor One West versus Denisha Davis. Denisha Davis, no response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ryan Wojcik for the plaintiff. At this time, we're showing a balance of rent of $864, cost of $175.10 for a total redemptive amount of $1,039.10, requesting a default judgment of possession only with a writ to issue in 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ issue 10 days. Arbor One West versus Nelson Neves.
Oh, they're there.
Yes,
Hello, what's your name?
Nelson Eves.
All right. What's your claim in this case, counsel?
Your Honor, we're showing rent, including June, of $1,880, cost of $175.10 for a total of $2,055.10.
All right. Ma'am,
Yes,
how are you intending on getting that paid?
right now I just want to seek legal help because I do not agree with that payment.
All right. I'll adjourn the matter out to the 21st, 2024 at 3 p.m. Get that adjournment for that purpose. We'll see you then.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Neves.
Courthouse case of Arbor One West versus Portia Bigham.
Ryan Wojcik for the plaintiff. I did see her logged in previously.
Portia Bigham? Where is she? I thought I did too. You need to talk. Miss Bigham? Where is she? I'm not picking her up.
Is she iPad 1 name?
Portia Bigham?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you are. We can hear you now. State your name.
Portia Bigham.
All right. Counsel, what's your claim in this case?
Your Honor, Ryan Wojcik for the plaintiff. We're showing rent of $1,595, cost of $175.10 for a total of $1,770.10.
All right. Ms. Bigham, how are you intending on getting this paid?
I need like 2 weeks. Then the whole
You
thing
need
will be
2
paid.
weeks to get it paid?
Yeah,
Okay. Can you pay anything by next week?
yeah,
How much?
half of it.
Half of it? So 17, what's that going to be? It's going to be about 9, short 15. So you can pay 885 by next week this time?
Woo,
Yes.
not loud.
All right. I'll indicate you to pay 885 by the 20th. And then I'll adjourn this out to June 21st, 2024 at 3 p.m. Okay, get that paid and then we'll see where we go from here.
Okay,
All
Thank
right,
you very
if
much.
it's not paid, I'm just going to give him a judgment, okay?
okay.
Thank you. Arbor One West versus Latasha Taylor. Ms. Taylor, need to unmute.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. State your name.
Latasha Taylor.
All right. Counsel, what's your claim?
Your Honor, Ryan Wojcik for the plaintiff. We're showing rent of $1,146, cost of $175.10 for a total of $1,321.10.
All right. Ms. Taylor, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I have about 900 I can pay today, and I can have the rest in before Friday.
Before next Friday?
Yes, correct. I
Okay, so
have
you can,
900 for sure right now. I probably could put a little more, but on my
all
app,
right.
it's actually showing me a higher amount, so I'm a little bit confused.
I can
Pardon?
clarify that. You were charged $200 in court costs on the ledger. However, you actually only owe $175.10 in court costs. So that's why there's a lower balance.
Okay, can you tell me the amount once again? I'm sorry.
Of course.
1321.10.
Okay.
All right. So here's what I've got. Can you get that balance paid off by next Thursday, you think?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So pay 900 today, the balance by next Thursday. I'll adjourn it out to next Friday, the 21st, 2024 at at 3 p.m. And then hopefully if you get all that paid, they can just dismiss the case and we can be done.
Okay.
Sound
Thank
good?
you. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
You too.
Court calls case of Arbor One West versus Mercedes Houston.
Wonder how many times Lakoff has
I'm
made
here,
him
Your Honor.
cry.
Okay, hello, Ms. Houston. All right, what's the claim in this case?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ryan Wojcik for the plaintiff. We're showing rent of $2,196, cost of $175.10 for a total of $2,371.10.
All right, Ms. Houston, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Try not to get emotional. It's a lot going on. I'm currently in a rehabilitation center with my son. So I'm not going to be able to keep my apartment. I am just hoping, and I have to go to transitional housing. I'm trying to get my life back.
Okay,
So
hold on.
I'm just hoping.
Go ahead.
I'm just hoping for a little bit of time to get at least my son's belongings out. I don't think I'm going to be able to get everything out. I don't even know. Like, we don't have phones. I didn't even know until my court date, until this morning. I've been in here since last week. I'm just trying to get my life together.
Okay, all right. Let's do this. Let's back up a second. So you've been in rehab since last week?
Since the 5th of June.
Okay, all right. And so you got to work on your sobriety, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
all right. All right, hold on. Miss Houston, listen.
Yes, sir.
You just got to work through it, okay? You're taking the big step first, okay? I mean, put yourself where you are right now to get the help. That's the important thing, because nothing else could happen until you did that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's figure out, let's try to figure out, you said that you can't keep your place, right? Is that how that's going to work for you, or?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I've exhausted all of my assistance. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I'm just trying to avoid them throwing everything outside on the street.
No, I got you. Okay. Okay. So first of all, you got a lot to worry about. That part of the process, just listen, okay? That part of the process where your son's things and everything might be tossed out, that will not happen until I say it happens. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. So right now, I don't want you even worrying about that. That's not going to happen.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how long do you have I realize you've only been there for a little bit here, but how long, do you know how long your stay is going to be? Or are you in a program where you're going to be in that program and then you're going to go to transitional housing? Do you know yet?
I'm going to go to transitional housing. I'm on a wait list right now. My initial stay is until the 24th, and then I probably will be getting a week extension.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, there's a reason why I'm asking you this, okay? And don't take offense to my question, okay? I'm asking the questions to see if there are resources that might help you. Do you have, so you're in rehab, you just checked yourself in, or are you there as part of a criminal case?
No, I checked myself out.
All right, okay.
Good
So
job.
let's see. What was your plan right now as we sit here today for trying to get you and your son's stuff out of the place? Did you have a plan in place, or you don't? It's okay. If you tell me I don't know, that's okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
1 minute at a time.
All right. Okay, fair enough. Okay. You said you've been there since the 5th, right? So just a little over a week.
Yeah. The first,
Okay.
I didn't start my actual residential until Monday, and I had to go through detox.
Pardon?
My stay is for 14 days, but those 14 days didn't start until Monday because I had to do detox for 5 days.
You had to detox. Got it. Okay. So you're not even through that part of it to even begin to kind of got it. Okay. Thanks for letting me know that. In my head, I can then structure what we're looking at. Okay. All right. So here's what we do. we may not get a lot accomplished. But let's do this. I'm gonna set you out 1 week to the 21st, okay?
Okay.
And that will be at 3?
Yes.
Okay, and that'll be at 3 PM, Ms. Houston.
Okay.
And what we'll do, I don't know that we'll get much accomplished then, okay? But the important thing is that you gotta be kind of, right now, I could ask you a bunch of questions, you don't have any answers for me. And that's okay, but right? So, and it may come back, I might come back next week, I might be asking you questions, you won't have answers for me then, but you'll be a week into your process. So things, hopefully as this next week go on, will become a little bit clearer for you. You'll be able to figure out
Yes, sir.
kind of where you may want to head, right? Because right now, everything right now is just scrambled for you, right? It's just a big giant ball of stuff with no order, right?
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
I'm trying
And
to
that's
get through
okay. It's part of the process that you got to work through that. So here's what we'll do. We'll come back next week.
Okay.
Okay. What I want you, how old's your son?
He's 2.
Okay. All right. So look,
Oh, damn.
here's what I want you to do between now and then. Because sometimes there are things that are more important in life than other things. Okay.
Mhm.
We'll figure this part out somehow or another. All right. We'll do it together. We'll figure that out.
Thank
I
you.
want you, you're welcome. What I want you to do right now is I want you to focus on your sobriety. That means yourself and your son. All right. This other stuff. All right. While you're doing that, I got this part of it for right now. You work on you. Fair enough? All right. Ms. Houston, we'll see you next week at 3.
Okay.
Okay. You're not
Thank
going
you.
to find the answer to everything in this week, but we'll have more answers and we'll figure it out.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You have a wonderful day.
You do the same. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Houston.
Arbor
Imagine
One
it
West
was
versus
Laco.
Destiny Boyd.
Hi, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing well. Your name?
Yeah, I think that was just like so vulnerable for landlord tenant that people were caught off guard. I mean, even old Keith at the bottom here, who I was pretty sure was like stoned, was like, maybe he's like, if I go to rehab, it can help me out of this, which would be great. I can't even imagine being a parent and an addict. It must be so hard. And if you're struggling with addiction, we do recover. Promise you, it's not fun and it's not easy. And I think that like a lot of people say, oh, it's so much nicer waking up with like all that clarity and like I sleep so well and I just feel so much better when I don't drink. Like that's not true for an addict. That's the problem. We do feel better when we drink. But thankfully it's down the line, it's better. So much better. But I feel sorry for her because she's like, if she had to do detox, she was bad, like bad. And she's probably crying now as well because everything she's been trying to numb out with whatever substance she was using, all of those feelings she's run away from are all going to come out now. I feel sorry for her. Yeah. Look, like, I'm all for it. I didn't even go to the clinic that I went to for substance issues, but I loved it. I was actually wondering what happens with a 2-year-old when you're in rehab, like, because the one that I went to and the one that I've had friends go to, you can't take your child with. And the weird thing is, like, the clinic that I went to, so I went in for burnout and then changing meds. But the best thing and the worst thing about it was coming out and you're like back to real life. Like, every day that I was there for 7 days, maybe just, I think it was like 7 or 9 days. I can't remember. But you get woken up by a nurse. They're like, good morning. Breakfast is soon. You go down. There's food made. It's all there. You don't have to think about it. Then you like go for a morning walk in the park. No cell phone, no responsibilities, no bills, nothing. Have lunch that's like a cooked home meal. And then like in the afternoon, so there would be a few classes in the morning. Then in the afternoon, I did like yoga and like art classes and stuff like that. And then you have dinner, which is relatively early as well, and like it's home cooked food. And then in the evening, you're mostly just like sitting around chatting to other people, and you don't have to be pretending at all. Like it's not like normal socializing. You can be completely not okay and no one cares. And then there's like tea and sandwiches just before they give us the night, like whoever takes sleeping tablets. So then like we would sit chatting until then, have tea and sandwiches, and then the nurses would be like, okay, Vicky, your turn. Come up, take my tablets, go to bed. And it would be like 9 o'clock. So I'd be getting like the most sleep. Oh, it was bliss. Like no responsibility at all. I didn't have to think of anything. Didn't even have to think of like clothes. Nothing. It was so nice. It was just like the break I needed. I'm sure the staff and maybe some of the longer term patients help with the kids during that detox time. So if I had gone to chemical dependency, like if I had carried on partying the way I was partying when I decided to stop drinking, I would definitely have landed up in chemical dependency. And there, you don't even get to see other patients in that time. So I would presume that there's like someone very hands-on. Anyway, we went really off the rails there, but it is also the end of the day. So just a little tell-all, might as well. I think what people really underestimate when you stop using whatever you're using is that feeling that you could see the way she cried, like, that's like, it feels like she's overreacting a little bit, but it's just like, for the first time, she has to feel her feelings. That was something I wish that more of us were made aware of. Like, hey, when you stop doing this thing, you're going to have to feel your feelings and you're not going to know what to do because you haven't done that in so long.
It's me, boy.
Okay. Counsel, what's the plaintiff's claim in this case?
Ryan Woodrick for the plaintiff. We're showing rent of $1,065, cost of $175.10, for a total of $1,240.10.
All right. And Ms. Boyd, how are you intending on getting that done?
So I can have everything paid by the 28th and no further run-ins after that date. And with July's rent due for July, I can make a $500 payment. I mean, well, everything will be paid by the 28th, but I can make $100.
Hold on, Ms. Boyd. Hold on. You were okay, then you confused me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. So by next week, how much can you get paid?
By next week, I can have the $500 paid by the 21st.
All right. So pay the $500 by the 21st. And then we'll look at how we're going to get the rest of this paid out. You're going to pay everything by the 28th though, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to adjourn it out 1 week to the 21st. You get the 500 in. That's the 21st at 3 p.m. You get that 500 in, and then we'll figure out where we're going from there. If it's not paid, I'm just going to grant them a judgment, and we're just going to go with that. All right. But I don't want to do that.
Okay. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And Arbor One West versus Hernandez versus Thomas versus Flowers. Those matters are just.
Sorry, I stopped sharing by accident.
Arbor One West, or I'm sorry, Arbor One versus Nicole Bevere.
It's Ryan Woodrick for the plaintiff on these matters.
Hello?
Hello, Bevere?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Counsel, how much is owing on this?
Your Honor, we're showing rent of $929.16, cost of $175.10 for a total of $1,104.26.
Okay, Ms. Bevere, how are you intending on trying to get that paid?
Yes, sir. I have 500 today, and then I was wondering if I could pay the rest on the 28th to be all caught up, and then I'll be fine moving forward.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a 1-week adjournment. You get the 500 in today. You won't have anything else to pay next week then, right? Is that what you're telling me?
No, I get paid every 2 weeks. So I
Gotcha.
get paid again on the 28th.
All right, you get the 500 in today. I'm gonna adjourn you out 1 week. Make sure that payment gets in. That'll be at 3 p.m. We'll figure out where we're gonna go from there, okay?
Okay.
All right, and we'll see if we can get this thing done for you, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Arbor One versus Dominique Jones.
I just want to see Keith Whitfield. That's the one I care about.
Dominique Jones?
Yes, Dominique Jones here,
Samsung.
Your Honor. Yes, Samsung under my name.
Okay, all right. Counsel, what's the claim in this case?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ryan Woodrick for the plaintiff. We're showing rent of $1,735.42, cost of $175.10 for a total of $1,910.52.
Okay, Ms. Jones, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I'm gonna apply for SDR today, but I can have 500 paid by next Friday, and then the remaining balance, whether they help me or not, paid by the 28th.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. You're gonna apply for an SER.
Yes, today.
I'll grant you an adjournment to the 21st, 2024 at 3 p.m. To get any additional stay on the case, you need to pay the 500 by the 21st. There's a form that you need to supply to the court. Okay?
It's in the
You know,
messages. Okay.
Pardon?
It's in the chat. I seen it. Thank you.
I think my staff just put it in the chat, or you can use the QR code on the screen that'll take you to the form. You need to give that to the court by Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, no problem.
All right, we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Arbor One versus Laura Slater.
Good thing it's next
Ryan Woodrick for the
Wednesday.
plaintiff.
not
I did
next
see her
Tuesday.
logged in at one point.
I am here, Your Honor.
Okay, there you are. Hello, Miss Slater.
Hello.
All right, what's plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, we're showing a rent of $509.70, cost of $175.10 for a grand total of $684.80.
I have paid 500 already.
Hold on, Miss Slater. All right, when did you pay the 500?
My case manager, I believe, took it up there yesterday or the day before to the office.
Okay, do you see that on your ledger, counsel, or no?
Your Honor, the last payment I show is June 12th in the amount of $750. So no, I do not have that 500.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Miss Slater, Miss Slater, Miss Slater.
I apologize.
Thank you. All right.
That was
So
2
here's
days
what I'm going
ago.
to do. You paid 500, which is almost a full balance. You got about 184 left to pay. When do you think you can get that in?
No, what I'm saying, it was 750. I was wrong on the amount. And so what am I left owing?
I got about $184 if you paid. How much did you pay on?
The 750. That's all it was. I thought it was 500, but she paid 750.
On the 12th?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm lost. I thought you said you just took some money up there today.
No, I
Or
thought
yes-
she took it up there yesterday or the day before, and for some reason I was thinking it was 500, but it was 750.
Okay, so you still owe the 684.
Right, and my case manager, I applied for an SER today, and my case manager is trying to come up with funds, and I have I have a meeting with Hawk on the 11th of July. My daughter said she can come up with like 150 on Tuesday.
Let's do this. Just later. I'm going to adjourn your case. I'm going to adjourn your case out 1 week, the 21st, 2024 at 3 p.m. If you applied for an SER, you need to fill out the form and get it to the court. You have to do that by Wednesday.
Can I give you the tracking number now?
No, can't give me your tracking number over this. You're going to have to fill out the form and get it to the court.
I did it
Okay.
online. What form?
Okay. Can you see my staff put in the chat Can you see that? Can you see the chat?
Hold on a second. You can follow the link below. Yeah, I do.
Okay, the link is in there along with the email that you can email it to for the court. I think that's in there also, okay?
Okay.
So fill that form out and do that. The other way that you get the form, if you can't do that, if you know how to use QR codes, there's a QR code on the screen that'll take you right to that form.
Okay.
Okay, so do that, and then we'll come back next week. We'll see where you are.
Okay.
3 o'clock. Thank you.
And I have a balance of what owing now, sir?
$684.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Arbor One versus Ashley Grisham.
You want to hear the rest? Oh.
Ashley Grisham,
I want to hear the rest.
no response. You may proceed, counsel.
Thank you, Honor. Ryan Wojcik for the plaintiff. In this matter, we're showing rent of $2,867.59, cost of $175.10, for a total of $3,042.69, requesting a default judgment of possession only with a writ to issue in 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue 10 days. Arbor One versus Ruta Brooks.
Ryan Wojcik.
Keith isn't maybe he isn't stoned, maybe he's just a tired parent. So how is this? Wait, close. So this was February 7th. No one was hurt after a fire at Arbor One Apartments. The fire erupted around 2 a.m. Wednesday, causing significant damage to one building. Due to the fire, DTE had to cut power, displacing residents of 24 units. Public safety departments will follow up with residents to assist in providing services for those displaced. American Red Cross volunteers are assisting the displaced residents. Okay. Then, I cut the screen share. So it's the same one there. But like less than a month later, no, just over a month later, Ann Arbor shooting, one person shot in Michigan, police respond. And this is at Arbor One, from what I can tell. No information released yet. Then you've got, this happened in January, so a month before the February fire. Wait, is this the one? No. One person died in Ann Arbor apartment. One person was killed in Ann Arbor apartment Friday, early Monday. Firefighters were called at around 2:03 a.m. January 8th. Didn't I just say the other one was February 8th? Maybe they were both 8th of Jan. 7th of Feb, 2024. 9th of Feb, 2024. 8th of January, 2024. A fire at the exact same time in the morning. Both at Arbor One. New Ann Arbor high-rise now leasing with one-bed apartments priced at $3,000 per month. So I guess that kind of answers why there are so many people displaced. Okay, I'm waiting for Keith, but if Keith doesn't happen in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to have to say goodnight because... Oh, sorry, I got hiccups now. I've been eating sweets because it's 11 and I want to get to bed at a decent time.
Rhoda Brooks. Yes, can y'all hear me?
Yes, and council, I have a motion for change of venue
Yes,
on this case.
yes,
I
'Cause you
do not
live
have
in the
that.
villas. You live in the villas, right?
yes, I do.
All right. They're right across the line. And these particular ones of Arbor One, I think are Ipsy Township and not Ipsy, not this one.
Yes.
Your Honor, seeing as I don't have that motion for change of venue in front of me, could we bring it back next week? And obviously, if it's not proper venue, we'd stipulate to it. Just want to confirm.
Okay. I can tell you that it's not. So I will,
Okay.
I'll let you look at it. No, I'll
But
let you.
if the
That's
court-
right. That's fair. No, I mean, I'm gonna let you look at it. I think it's the same ownership. It just happens that it's across a road.
Right.
On the other side of that road, Ms. Brooks lives in the township. If she were on the other side of the road, she'd be in the city. That's really the issue.
I've dealt
But-
with it before with another, in a different court before, so I understand. I don't.
No,
don't
I
know
got
the-
you. So Ms. Brooks, I'm gonna adjourn this out. I'm not gonna rule on your motion at this time. I'm gonna adjourn it out so the council can take a look at your motion for change of venue, okay?
Okay.
So the 21st at 3 p.m. All right, thank you, Ms. Brooks.
Yep, y'all have a good rest of your day.
You do the same.
Thank you.
Arbor One versus Atlanta Games.
His stream's finished. I'm
His
trying
games?
to grab it.
Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, state your name.
Alana Gaines.
All right, very good. All right, council, what's the claim in this case?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ryan Woodrick for the plaintiff. We're showing rent of $2,266, cost of $175.10 for a total of $2,441.10.
All right. Ms. Gaines, how are you intending on getting this paid?
I have 500 right now.
You have 500.
And yeah. I was
Okay.
hospitalized.
Okay, you're breaking up on me, Ms. Gaines. Your connection isn't.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. You were trying to be all fancy with those earbuds. That's all right. All right, go ahead.
Sorry, I can't hear you guys.
You can't hear us now. Okay.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you said 500 you have today, is that right? Oh, she broke up on me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then how are you getting the rest of it, you think?
So I've been in the hospital from April to May. They just let me out about 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
My health, I can't work until I get a CGM so that I can know my blood sugar levels. And so I'm waiting to get the prescription. As soon as they give me the prescription, I'm gonna be able to work again.
Got it. Okay.
I'm
So
also in school full time, so I'm in school full time. I'm waiting on my refund.
Okay, you're a student. Where are you a student?
WCC.
Okay. And you're waiting on your refund. Did they give you a date at which that may come in?
It was supposed to come on the 10th.
It was supposed to be on the 10th. Okay. All right. Then let's do this. Let me adjourn this out 1 week and let's see where we are. Get the 500 in today, okay?
Okay.
June 21st, 2024, 3 p.m.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you, Ms. Gaines.
Thank you.
Court calls case of Arbor One versus Christy Davis.
I'm here. Hello.
Okay, hello, Miss Davis.
Okay, just want to make sure you can hear me.
Yeah, no, we can hear you. All right.
Okay.
Counsel, what's the claim?
Ryan Woodrick for the plaintiff. We're showing rent of $2,184, cost of $175.10 for a total of $2,359.10.
Okay, Miss Davis.
Yes, I have a question. I got money to pay today, but I have a question. Also, they had put like a $200 on that. Is that the $200 plus the 175?
I can clarify.
Can you please?
Yeah, of course. So there's $200 that was put on your ledger for legal fees. You actually were only, the costs were only $175.10. So you'll be credited that difference. So we're asking for a balance that's lower than the balance shown on your ledger.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't paying 2 times of cross card. Well, I have $600 I can pay today, and then I could pay the rest of it on the 28th.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. You're gonna pay $600 today. I'm going to adjourn it out 1 week to the 21st, 2024. Make sure that payment's in, and then we're gonna figure out where we're gonna go from there, okay?
Thank you very much.
Not a problem. Next Friday, 3 p.m.
Okay, I'll be there.
All right. Yes, ma'am. Take care.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Courthouse case of Arbor 1 versus Keith Whitfield.
Yes. That was loud. I hope my neighbors didn't hear that.
Mr. Whitfield, you gonna unmute for me?
Hello.
Hello. State your name.
Keith Whitfield.
Thank you. All right, counsel, what's your claim?
Ryan Widgick for the plaintiff, showing rent of $2,637, cost of $175.10 for a total of $2,812.10.
All right, Mr. Whitfield.
Yes, sir.
How are you going to get that taken care of, you think?
I already applied for SPR, but I already
You
applied for SPR. Yeah, but
have they given you an answer?
Not yet. But I also went to the leasing office. See, my brother, he got hit on his bike, and we had to pay for his funeral. And the day before his funeral, my girl's sister died here in the apartment, so we had to pay for her funeral. So I, tried to let Arbor 1 know that I would be behind and could I make, payments over time, but they denied that and said that if I couldn't pay in full, that they would take me to court, which is why we're here. Like I said, I don't mind, paying something weekly until we're caught up, or I don't know, but they didn't want to accept a partial payment, I guess, without going to court. So.
All right. You applied for an SER?
Yes, sir.
All right. You need to get proof of that SER into the court. If you look in the chat on the screen or use the QR code on the screen or come to the court, you'll get the form that you need to fill out. It needs to be at the court by next Wednesday.
All right.
Is there
is there any other information you could get for somebody seeking parental assistance or anything like that?
There's a whole lot of information that came in your paperwork. It was also on the video that was at the beginning of these proceedings.
Okay.
It provided phone numbers. If you miss the video, you can stay logged in and it will next play at what, 12 o'clock? It'll play at 12 o'clock today and you can see the video again, which will give you a bunch of phone numbers.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to
Yes,
adjourn it
sir.
out to 3 p.m. You need to get that form into the court and figure that out. Is there anything that you can pay between now and next court hearing date?
You said when is the next court hearing date?
Next Friday, 3 p.m.
I could at least give them $500. Try to get, a
Okay,
weekly
get
payment or something
$500,
like
but I
that.
gotta have, you can pay $500, but that's gotta be by June 20th, that
Right,
Thursday
that's what
before.
I'm saying, like, even if they allow me to do a weekly payment of $500.
Sir, I hear you. However, that's not gonna happen today.
I got you.
So we'll see you next week, 3
Yes,
p.m.
sir.
Pay the $500 by next Thursday.
Same court?
Same court.
Yep, I got you, boss man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Whitfield.
Arbor
you.
1 versus Lakeisha Harris.
Okay, so there was Mr. Whitfield. Yes, Steve, I'm not going to read it out loud for the sake of covering my butt. Wait, has my connection dropped? YouTube says it's excellent. StreamYard says it's absolute dog poopy. I feel like the answer's yes there. I've still not managed to grab the rest of this video. We just have to hope that he doesn't make it unavailable. It looks like it might already be unavailable. Wait. I'm clicking around on my other one so that I don't lose the spot on this one. I do think that is the case given the rehab and this guy. Like, this guy's brother died, and then in the same month, the sister died in the apartment, and the child is there. Like, whew. I felt sorry for that guy. I can't imagine. I think I might be playing from the wrong place now. Okay. All right, I'm gonna say goodnight and try to figure out what I can do here. Stop sharing. Hey, Joe. I think you're new. It does in the beginning. And then for me, it's been a game changer. I am so glad I don't have to worry about Drunk Vicky's antics anymore. She just annoyed the life out of me, ruined so much stuff. But in the beginning, like, people make it sound like it's like you're suddenly going to wake up and everything's going to be so much better. And that wasn't the case for me for a long time. And then also having random dreams about, like, just having one drink and messing up entirely and everything's falling apart. And I was like, I'm not even doing it. And I would literally feel drunk in the dream, but it wouldn't be fun. And eventually, like, I remember asking people, does this ever go away? And they're like, well, sometimes it gets worse the older you get. And I was like, oh, no. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to say goodnight. I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow. I guess it'll be a bit of a surprise. Sunday, ADHD podcast might be closer to 8 p.m. my time than 6 p.m. And then Monday, I am hiking. So maybe a little travel live. Let's see. I generally don't hike, but we're going up Lion's Head, which I did do a vlog on before. But I'm going with my cousin and Vaughn and friends. And then, sorry, maybe Table Mountain afterwards. Haven't decided. Because the weather might not be Table Mountain nice. Thank you for hanging out. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you on Sunday. Good night. Have a good weekend. Oh, about to yawn again. Bye.